I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
You just had.
When it comes to push...
No wonder, Lady Ya.
Whoa.
Mr. Hiroyama, we found a solution in both Liyue and Ina. Of course. First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature. In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern.
Let me think. Alright, I think...
So,
Mr. Hiroyama, it's only a... But if we adopt a... And if all the...
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly be...
Yes, and you may leave
In that case, I shall contact the other two authors participating in the new release.
It is a great honor to use a signature designed by Celts.
My pen name is
Great! Looks like...
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Jinyu. Please, take the books that Jinyu already...
We did it.
thanks to everyone.
Traveler, there you are. Oh, it's Ayaka! And Venti! I was just... This bar just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also found similar paper... But the paper... Here's the paper. Huh. All the...
And even though they're...
If we take the poem literally, it... Speaking of what...
So, shall we give it a...
Is there anything in the world that will satisfy my taste
Wow, look! It's really working! More words have appeared on the paper! Let Paimon see what it... The story says that the plagiarized words in the poem became blurry. Huh? Why would that happen? You see, Paimon, in the past, when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily... To ensure the text such special inks... However, since Akihito's poetry collection was an important gift to be presented to the shogun, surely one of those two methods was used to protect it. But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to liquid. Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work! He was set up!
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, I've decided on the subjects to use for Akihito and Sumizome's portraits. Kazuha, Ayaka, would you be willing to be the models for my paintings?
I would be
Yes.
There you go! The next 2 points!
Yes.
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary poets. People bestowed upon them the title of the 5 Kasen.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty, He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry. He knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew was that the poem had to do with an old acquaintance, Akahito.
Akahito had once belonged to the 5 Kasen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal, hence the Aka in his name. Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akahito was exiled for his crimes, and only 4 of the 5 Kasen remained.
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal. She immersed his poetry in a stream nearby, and only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
Welcome home, almighty Shogun.
Yeah. Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, there's still one thing Paimon hasn't been able to figure out. One of the 5 Kasen is called Kuranushi, right? It's just that, how could the story of the 5 Kasen finish without him appearing at all?
Oh, have you really not noticed?
Huh? Not noticed what? This is no time to be playing games, Tone Deaf Bard!
What he means is that the story of Kuranushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh? Really?
That's right. The key lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome rinsing the poetry collection. An average person could never understand the scene of a young girl washing Akahito's poetry collection in a stream. Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's actions. He was simply reminiscing and thinking about his old acquaintances. However, for the perpetrator who framed Akahito, it was completely obvious. He was worried that if this poem was seen by the Shogun, then the Shogun could discover the truth behind the plagiarism incident. If that happened, then he'd be finished. So, in desperation, he threatened Aoi no Okina to make him tear out this poem.
Which means, the one who threatened Aoi no Okina is the same person that framed Akahito! What? Kuranushi?
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to tell the complete story of all 5 Kasen. Since the Shogun mentioned in the poems is certainly not the one of the 5 Kasen, the only character left is the mysterious one with an unknown identity.
Oh, okay. Paimon is finally starting to get it now.
However, the story of the 5 Kasen has more or less reflected everything that's been happening around us lately. Which begs the question, is there a Kuranushi in our world as well?
A Kuranushi? In our world?
Speaking of which, I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come up with anything.
Oh, right! Kazuha! He's been pretty quiet this whole time. Let's ask him. Sure you get in line early to buy the special edition drinks.
Our crowdsourcing competition is now underway. Take part
Welcome
and
home,
win prizes.
almighty Shogun. So...
Hey, Kazuha! Are you okay? If it's...
Apologies for... Yes. A few things did... I don't mind
Hey!
Kaidehara.
The Raiden Goken...
It appears that Miss... But it also has much to do with the Yashiro
It's fine. However, this matter is somewhat complicated. The Raiden go... Unfortunate. The descendants...
Whoa!
Yes, but my grandfather was dissatisfied, and in my...
I heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. Later, there was However, since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden...
Indeed. However, not only did it affect the Kaedehara clan, but after reading the story of the 5 Kasen...
What exactly happened?
I still can't say. I will tell you everything I know then. The scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer. Wind Strider!
To request a fan fiction booth,
Don't
please
miss
apply
the
here.
official stall of the Yai Publishing House.
Love this
Please be mindful of your personal safety at all times.
Yai Publishing House.
I just absolutely love this fan novel.
Why does it have to be this way? Why do things have to be this way?
Wind strike!
Be still.
Time to begin work?
What exactly is teamwork? My pole arm doesn't distinguish friend from foe.
Gather!
My will embodied!
Time to go.
By ordinance divine! Now take your true form!
Clouds high. The birds call. Wind strike.
Ah, the air is just right.
Transfiguration!
Time to go. Yeah.
Gather!
No touching!
Transfiguration! Do your master's bidding!
For Rex Lepis!
Into the wind.
Thank you for Ad Astra. Ad Astra.
Time to go.
Fountain. Hear my wishes.
Solidify!
Transfiguration!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Wind strider!
Manifest! No touching!
Next on the agenda...
By ordinance divine!
All hail!
The wind knows me. Into the wind.
Take your true form!
The wind knows me.
We're way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Time to go.
We're way behind schedule. What?
Transfiguration! One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Transfiguration!
Stabilize. Into the wind.
Do your master's bidding! Take your true form!
Wind strike. One with nature. Into the wind. Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea.
Gather!
This is long overdue! Take your true form!
As one with wind and cloud!
Solidify!
There you are.
This is order.
Cryo Incarnate! Take your true form!
Solidify!
Let me try my blade.
For Rex Lapis! Access denied.
Wind strike! Clouds high. The birds call!
Fall before me! Cut down this.
One with nature. Into the wind!
By ordinance divine! My will embodied!
I will have order! As one with wind and cloud! One with nature! The wind knows me.
The assumption that every person has somewhere to call home is naive. I got used to living in the mountains alongside the birds and beasts a long time ago. My pole arm doesn't distinguish friend from foe, and there is clearly a limit to the red rope's power. That's why I loathe crowded areas.
Solidify! Crumble!
One with nature. Time to go. Time to go.
Take your true form!
Born of I can fix this!
Gather!
Blaze over! Access denied! Transfiguration!
This is order!
Cryo incarnate!
Time to go.
Another test subject.
The wind knows.
Access denied!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature. You're open!
We're way behind schedule. No touching!
Time to go.
Who says there aren't benefits to a life of wandering?
See that he stays safe.
Time to go.
This is the end.
In the mortal world at times like these, is it not customary to...
Access denied.
Wind strike.
Order guide you. Gather.
By ordinance divine. Transfiguration.
All hail, begone. No touching.
Wind strike.
I can fix this. So it shall be punished.
Transfiguration.
Born of ice and frost. If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
I'm not used to it at all. Inazuma's cooking. I'm not used to it at all.